Hello everyone, my name is Darren Harp. I'm with Chutes International. Today we are going to demonstrate how our chute interacts with our Bisorter. On this building we have a chute coming out, so a single chute. We have our accordion-style fire damper door here on the bottom of the chute. So that has a fusible link holding that door open at all times. At 165 degrees, if this room temperature were to get to 165 degrees, that link will melt and that door will slam shut. As it is now, under normal circumstances, it is open and it's discharging into our Bisorter machine. So, straight and plumb out of the chute, you'll have your trash. You have a compactor underneath your Bisorter. Those are two separate machines, and we'll talk about both in a minute. So we have our straight down trash hooked up to our compactor and our can. To the right, we have our recycle bin. This is an open top recycle bin. And so when the doors on every floor, they are electric interlock doors, and they have buttons. And one will say recycle, and one will say trash. Trash is always the default, but if you walk up to the door and you hit the recycle button, for example, the diverter plate in this machine will move to the left, stopping anything that's coming down the chute from going into the compactor. Instead, it comes down, hits the diverter plate, and goes into the recycle side. It's important to know that the door is going to remain locked until the diverter plate is in the correct position. So when you press the recycle button, you will have to wait for the diverter plate to move. When that diverter plate is in the correct position, now the door can be opened and the recycle can be put in. Once you put the recycle in, the door will self-close and positively latch, and then the diverter plate will move back into the trash position. While the diverter plate is moving back to the trash position, you will not be able to open the door. That door will remain locked. When the diverter plate is back, the door will then be able to be used again. So this is the typical setup for your Bisorter. So the compactor has its own power unit and the Bisorter has its own power unit. We'll start with the compactor. Here is your ANSI compliant light. That should be flashing. That is correct. And your power button is on with the light right there. So this is powering the compactor, and that's how it should look under normal circumstances. This is how your Bisorter power unit should look. Trash is illuminated, power on, no flashing lights. That means the chute is ready to be used and we're ready to go. When it is time to change out your recycle bin, you will move it back. There is a limit switch in the back of on the bar there that will notice the can is no longer there. This locks out your chute. The doors cannot be used because the machine and the doors know there's nothing here to receive recycling. Your sorter may have come equipped with a toter like you see here. Your control panel will also look different when the can is removed. The light for recycle will be blinking and there will be a fault or jam light in red. That's how you know there's no can here. When the can is replaced and pushed back in, you will hit the limit switch, which will tell the machine the can is there, and the chute can be used again, and your control panel goes back to that original setting that we showed you a few minutes ago. So when the can is back in place, there is one more step you must do, which is to press the emergency stop button in, and then you turn it to the right to release it. Once you've done that, as you can see, back to normal here. There are two emergency stop buttons for the Bisorter. One is located here on the control panel, and one is located here on the actual machine. This is per code. You have two places to do an emergency stop if you need to. Just remember that step for whenever you replace the recycle can and put it back in place. Let's talk briefly about the photo eye. The photo eye in your compactor is determining when the compactor is full and the ram needs to extend to compact the trash into your can. As you see now, the ram is fully extended and there's the opening into the can. We've taken it off so you can see what that looks like. The photo eye is right here and it's shooting lasers across the compactor to a reflector plate on the other side. When trash builds up, it blocks that laser from the photo eye going to the reflector plate, and it knows it's full. One key element of the photo eye and the reflector plate is to keep them clean. This is trash, it gets dirty. The way to do that is to get a soft cloth with a little bit of water. No alcohol or harsh cleaning agents are necessary. You wipe the photo eye here, you wipe the reflector plate here. And we recommend doing that every time you change out a can. There are 4 reasons why you will need to reset your compactor. For one, if someone turns off the power switch completely on the wall, if someone hits the emergency button, if someone opens the access door. Now this is a Bisorter, so the access door is here. If those access doors are opened, once they are closed, you must reset the machine. Or if someone uses the key to turn the power off here as well. If your Bisorter experiences a jam or a clog, you will need to fix that issue first by removing the jam or the clog. At any time if these things happen, you need to reset your machine. To reset your machine, you simply push the start button in and hold it in for 45 seconds. One last thing I want to show you. If you're not sure if you have to reset your machine, remember the previous video of this light flashing, and I said that was a good thing. Now it's not flashing at all. That's a bad thing. It's time to reset the machine. So let's do that right now by pressing the start button in for 45 seconds. Automatically, the RAM is going to come out and go back in. That happened at 45 seconds. And notice your light. Now it's flashing, power on, no other flashing lights. We're good to go. Before you start running the water for your DNS system, you have the option to lock out your doors if you have an interlock door system on your chute. To do that, you can simply unplug the doors here, or you have a control panel like this. And this control panel, with this face completely smooth, you must unplug the doors in order to lock them out. This particular building has 2 chutes, so you're going to have 2 control panels. This particular system has a key. So when you have a key on your control panel, the key must be in the on position. And when the key is in the on position, you'll see a green light on the control panel. That's the case for pneumatic or electric interlock doors. You also want to make sure you remove the dumpster from the compactor and make sure that that space in the compactor is free of debris or trash, because the DNS soapy disinfecting solution is going to come straight down your chute into the hopper of your compactor and then out onto the floor. That's how it's designed to do, and that's fine because the hopper gets hit with trash as well. So as it comes out to the floor, then you start to move it into your drain. You'll have a drain somewhere in your room, and that's where it's located, and that's where the solution goes. Once you're done running the system, don't forget to either turn your key or plug your doors back in and then replace the dumpster on the compactor. You're good to go. Chutes International's products are proudly manufactured in the USA. We are your partner in design, build, installation, service, and replacement. We do all of this with one goal in mind: your success.